What's up, YouTube? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit that bell. Now, for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, as always, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always, double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about Macys American Express credit card. How do you get it? And if you don't get it, you get the regular credit card. How can you leverage that regular credit card? So I'm going to be talking about how you can actually liquidate the Macys credit card. Actually, you're going to also understand why you want to liquidate the credit card and what's the benefit of you liquidating the credit card. Also, it's a good strategy in terms of how it's possible you can liquidate the credit card to maybe possibly fund your business bank account. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, let's understand that the Macys card as well as the Bloomingdale card is distributed by the Department Stores National Bank, the DSNB, which is an affiliate of CITIBANK. Now, most of us know with CITIBANK, they are one of those cards, they issue a lot of cards, and a lot of people want to get into their system because they know that, hey, it's a good financial institution. As a matter of fact, CITIBANK, here's something that you should know in reference to CITIBANK. With CITIBANK, on the business side, they report to the major credit bureaus. So they report to Experian, Equifax, Small Business Financial Exchange. And that's very important, especially when you're trying to build business credit without investing in a whole lot of net 30 accounts. That's the fastest way for you to do it, to open up a business bank account with some of the major banks and making sure that they report to the business credit bureau. That will help build up your business credit much faster than investing in a lot of net 30s, okay? That being said, one of the things that I would tell you all to do to be able to get access, especially if you have a low credit score, I would tell you to boost up your credit score as fast as possible. Okay? Now, for those of you that may already have a Macys card, I'm going to share something with you, but for those of you that don't have a Macys card, that want to get access to the Macys American Express, here's a backdoor way by adding these type of trade lines. Now, granted, we're going to talk about who do Macys American Express pull from. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I'm going to tell you something that's going to enhance your credit file so that you can look like a better candidate. Because when you apply for the Macys card, they may give you two options, okay? They may give you the Macys department store card, or they may offer you the Macys American Express, okay? And so you want to position yourself to where your credit score is high enough to be approved for the Macys American Express. However, if you're not approved for the Macys American Express, that's still cool because I'm going to show you something that may help you still get approved for the Macys American Express, even if you have the department store card, okay? That being said, ways to boost up your credit score, at least 25 to 100 points. And I actually have seen credit reports where people credit scores were low, and they actually did these steps, and their credit scores went up close to 100 points. So you definitely want to have some of these primary trade lines like Grow Credit, Perch, that reports like your car insurance, gym membership. So if you don't have like Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, you have other subscriptions that you can add. Then you also have your pledge loans and your credit builder loans. Those are important for your credit file because you need to have a mix, all right? And for most people don't know, when you have a lot of open revolving accounts on your credit file without any type of loans on there, that actually lowers your credit score as well. So you could be missing out on points just by not having some type of loan on there, all right? So just keep that in mind. So whether it's a car loan, mortgage, student loan, you should have some type of loan on the credit file to keep a good mix to keep the credit score up. Now, you can add Experian Boost as well as my FICO Ultra. Now, the difference is with Experian Boost, it only helps your Experian file. My FICO Ultra, it helps the whole file. So I would consider adding both of them on there. As a matter of fact, I recently made a video about my FICO Ultra Boost that you may want to check out. I'll put it in a link in the description for you to check that out. Removing inquiries. This is something also that will help boost up your credit score. So I always tell people the fastest way to get inquiries, call the fraud department of the credit bureaus. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a video explaining that, but calling the fraud department of the credit bureaus, letting them know, especially if you've been shopping for a car or an apartment or something and they kept on denying you, or the lender was shopping your credit around and stuff, you just call the fraud department and say, hey, I'm not familiar with these inquiries on here. I did not apply for these inquiries and stuff like that, and I want to remove. Do not say anything else, okay? Do not elaborate. Well, no. Do not say one more word, okay? So do not say anything beyond that, all right? That's to help you. Also, adding authorized users will definitely help boost up your FICO 9. Now, if you use your debit card, signing up for the extra debit card app or One Financial, those would definitely help boost up your credit score. Now, here's another thing that can help boost up your credit score between 40 to 60 points. People have gotten just by adding their rent payments onto the credit file. But think about it, like there are certain lenders out, certain rent reporting companies out there that only report to 2 credit bureaus. However, these rent reporting people report to all 3. So that's the reason that I'm telling you to actually add these onto your credit file to increase your credit score. All right. That being said, looking at the Macys credit card, okay? Now, most of the time, they may pull your Experian FICO 8 most of the time. All right. But there have been stories where they may pull your TransUnion or your Equifax. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. When you get a Macys department store card, okay, the Macys department store card, like you can get to the Macys department store card, people said $588, $590. Some people said $620, but there have been people about a $588, $590 getting that card, okay? And I guess it also depends on the time of the year. So if you're in the last quarter, it'll probably be much easier. Like we're in the third quarter, right? So going into the third quarter, it may be much easier for you to actually get the Macys card. All right. But that being said, if you already have the Macys department store card, we're finna talk more about it. So just one moment. Now, understanding that with the Macys American Express card, okay, let's talk about increasing the credit limits. And this is very important for both cards. Now, when you're trying to get higher limits on your Macys credit card, they said average about 4 months. Okay, in reference to Macys American Express, they said they could do a credit line increase in about 2 months. Okay, so some people have done it in 30 days. Now, here's the thing about it. You do not have to max out your credit card with Macys every month, okay, in order to do this. All right, so that's very important. So if you have the regular Macys department store card, let's talk about how to actually liquidate it. Here's the thing about it. Macys sometimes carry the Visa gift cards, okay? Visa, MasterCard gift cards, okay? The mistake that most people make in terms of with their Macys card, they would go into a Macys, because some Macys don't carry these. So I'm just letting you know, not all Macys may not carry those cards. But for those Macys department store cards that do carry them, okay, one thing you do not want to do is just go in and buy a bunch of Macys Visa gift, buy a bunch of Visa gift cards, okay? what you want to do, you want to actually purchase a real item from Macys, okay? And add the other items like the Visa gift cards along with it, okay? That's how you actually liquidate the card in terms of, like, say that they gave you $1,000 credit limit. Now, keep in mind that this Macy's department store card, because it is a primary revolving account, if you go over that 30% threshold as well, that and you're not paying this card within that certain time period, your credit score is going to drop. So just keep that in mind. But yes, you can liquidate this card, and especially like if you need some money, say that you're trying to start up your business or whatever, and you needed some money, you didn't have enough money, and say that you had a Macy's card with $5,000 on it. Well, you don't want to all of a sudden just go into Macy's and grab a bunch of Visa gift cards. You want to be very selective about it in terms of purchasing, okay? Because if you do it with just buying a bunch of Visa gift cards, it can flag the account and close down your card, okay? So just be very careful with that strategy, okay? That being said, talking about the Macy's the Macy's American Express, here's the thing about it. With the Macy's American Express, like I said, credit lines increase every 2 months. Okay? Now, here's the thing about it. With many of the people that have Macy's cards, they may not have even really paid attention to it. Like this time of year, we're in the third quarter of the year, okay? So this time of year, Macy's will start evaluating your account. And then, depending on how often you're making your payments and you got good payment history and you're utilizing the card, if you have the regular department store card, they may send you something on the website when you log into your account that says, okay, congratulations, you can upgrade. And so what that upgrade means that you'll go from the Macy's regular department store card to the Macy's American Express card, okay? And it actually comes with a higher limit. Now, another thing, understanding that it is a soft pull for credit limit increase. So in terms of once you get the Macy's American Express, you can continue asking for a credit line increase. Like I said, some people do it every 60 days. Some people wait every 90 days. But the maximum people have gotten up to $50,000 on the American Express, the Macy's American Express. All right. Now, that being said, if you're trying to go out after regular CITIBANK cards, and because it's a subsidiary of Macy's, Macy's card is a subsidiary of CITIBANK, it may affect your opportunity to get higher limits with the regular CITIBANK card. So that is something that I would definitely let you know to please be considerate of that. But like I said, even if you get $25,000 on a Macy's American Express, and remember, this American Express is not a charge card; it's a regular credit card. So, which is also a very good thing. So then you don't have to pay the whole balance off every month. So that's one of the things that I also like about it, because this card, you don't have to pay the balance off every month, okay? So it's treated like a regular revolving card. That being said, if you have at least a 600, 620, then I would probably consider adding on some other valuable cards that I know that I can get a higher limit, like the Apple card. The Apple card pulls FICO 9, so no hard inquiry on your credit file for that card. Then plus, like I said, having at least a 600 credit score, you can get this. And then they do credit increases every 6 months. All right, now they have a DTI, a debt to income ratio of 75%. Speaking of that debt to income ratio, let's understand about when Macy's evaluate your credit file and stuff, sometimes your DTI could come into play. All right, and with most of the major banks, their DTI max is 55%. But with these fintech companies like this, like the Apple Card and stuff, their situation is allowing up to 75% debt to income ratio. Okay. Another card you may want to consider if you have at least a 600 credit score or no credit is the PETAL cards. Now, the PETAL cards is for the PETAL 1 as well as the PETAL 2. If you have no credit or bad credit, you're going to start between 300 to 5,000. If you have decent credit, 600 or higher, 620 or higher, I would say, then you're going to go from 300 up to 10,000. And it reports to all three credit bureaus. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. Because they pull Experian FICO 9, there's no hard pull on the credit file. But those accounts I told you to add at first gives you a higher chance of approval. Now, here's another thing. Most of these fintech cards, they're not really focusing on the credit score as well as they're looking at like your job status, how long you've been on the job, how long you've been at your place of residence, what's your debt to income ratio. And like I said, with the fintech companies, they're more flexible because their debt to income ratio is between 70-75%. All right. That being said, if you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, or you're just trying to understand about the difference between your FICO 8 score, your FICO 9 score, your FICO 10, which is the new scoring system, as well as Ultra FICO, then click the link in the description and get your real FICO score so you can actually analyze it. Or if you want me to analyze the credit file with you, then schedule one-on-one consultation, 30-minute consultation, so that way I can help you. All right. So this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. I appreciate your time, and I hope this video helps you.